Hey guys, Kristen Collins, hope you're doing well. Who had the chance not only to rewatch the original Top Gun, but who got to go out and see Top Gun Maverick? I did. And first of all, I just love the name Maverick because in a lot of the profiling that I do on my archetype, like who I am, why I am, how I think, I come up as a maverick. I know that may sound shocking. So I really love that title. I really align with the concept of being a maverick, but having a goose. I've had some beautiful gooses on my journeys, and just really the yin and the yang of being in relationship with others. I've always loved the maverick goose concept. So recently my husband and I rewatched the first movie, and I felt like I was reliving my youth, and it was such a good movie, right? So we went to the big screen this week to watch what all the buzz was about. And I'll tell you right now, I was just glowing. I was so moved by the storyline because it was just this really cool, respectful addition to decades later of the journey of some folks that really aligned with so many things that we talk about here in our shared community. So if you haven't checked it out, check out Top Gun Maverick, and I highly recommend rewatching the first one. That was really cool to do that. But what I wanted to touch in this week, and I'm not going to spoiler alert the movie, I'm going to do my best not to, I should say, but really is about pointing out that as Maverick, as Top Gun, it was a representation of someone who was an outlier, who definitely had an inner knowing of who they were, how they experienced life, what their priorities were. And it wasn't someone who was altering those things to fit into a society to accomplish a higher ranking, a different title, making more money, gaining acceptance. Things that I've historically done, and I wonder if you've historically done on your journey in life to fit in, right? To get along, to be in community. And having this maverick attitude taking place in such a disciplined environment like the Navy, I found it super interesting how in both movies, Tom would proceed forward with being who he was. And sometimes it came across super ego-y, and I get that, that's part of our human experience, but he really was following his inner knowing, and that came at the consequence of not getting raises, not getting promoted, not making the money he could, not being able to be in relationship with others like he possibly could have if he defaulted on who he was. So that was the first thing that stood out to me. This was a story about a man who was super in tune with his purpose, who he is, why he is, and he lived his life from that inner authenticity. Totally in alignment with us, right? The second thing in this Maverick movie was about, and we use different words, but I really wanted to bring this into our shared space because I found it so impactful. He was helping to teach people how to stop thinking and to do. So stop thinking and do. I bring into our shared space, stop doing and start being. So it's interesting because we both use the do word and we're both saying the same thing. We just represent it differently. So whether you're saying stop thinking and just do, or you're saying stop doing and just be, what I want to convey is this dropping in. Last week we talked about an inner knowing. It's an inside job, really connecting with who we are and why we are. And importantly, getting out of our ego and our conscious mind and getting into our beautiful opening in our hearts and our subconscious essence and being, which is really where the energy of connectivity is based. So I was watching this movie of him holding space for himself to drop in to his heart and to experience the doing from an internal space in alignment with what we talk about is helping to go within, look within, find it within yourself, the spark within, right? And really, it's an inside job. And how do we get in touch with that inside? We change it up. It allows us to think different, to experience differently, and it gets us out of our rut. So If you haven't seen the movie, check it out. And I'd love to hear from you if it resonates for you. This share about dropping into your inner knowing and staying true to that, even in such a challenging environment like a very disciplined military. Or also just what was your experience if you already saw it? Did that bubble up for you? Did you have that takeaway? What were your thoughts? I'd love to hear it. And for those of us who are still interested in doing that inner work, 2 weeks ago, we did launch an 8-week workshop called Falling in Love with Yourself. And that is something that meets on Thursdays live at noon Eastern. We're already on our way with that program. But if you missed signing up or you didn't sign up, but you really would like to go on this journey of being love and looking within, that is recorded and privately shared with folks who do sign up for the workshop. I've had a few people come into the group later because they were like, I wanted to do that, but I'm traveling, or I wasn't sure it's for me. But the more I think about it, this Be Love thing really is resonating for me. I'm going to include the link to the workshop down below. You're welcome to sign in and do it at your own cadence. But really what it's about is looking within. I'm helping to hold and create a space for you to look within, take a breath, experience your emotions, pause in those emotions, release those emotions, open that beautiful heart and cast a vision from that beautiful heart and energetically raise that vibration to attract this deep, deep vision cast. So join us if you can. I'd love to have you. As always, thank you for your subscriptions, your shares, your comments. You guys know it inspires me and helps to get the message out. Keep them coming. Much, much, much gratitude. And if you aren't already signed up for my e-newsletter, feel free to go on my website, KristenCollins.com. You'll get prompted to join the conversation if you'd like. Would love to have you on board. So until next time, go check out Top Gun Maverick. I can't wait to hear your thoughts and continue to be love. Bye.